Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Something's not right. Okay. Why is it not working yet? Mm. All right. All right. All right. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's a beautiful Wednesday. Like every other Wednesday, I come up here and I talk about things that I believe parents need to teach their kids, that kind of thing. And it's been a very, very interesting couple of weeks coming up online, um, having that kind of engaging discussions that I believe would help parents. And today's topic is different. Today's topic is unique. Today's topic is something that people hardly talk about or people shy away from. Uh, I remember an experience of mine. I remember um, speaking to my father. I was in a relationship at that time, and I was speaking to my father. I already had a conversation with my then girlfriend, and she asked that when was the right time that I was going to be ready for marriage and all those kind of things. But the thought of marriage has never crossed my mind. And I think I was about 25, 26 years old then. And I was just shocked. Like, how would I think about marriage? Like, should I be thinking about marriage now? And I went to my father to ask, is it right to start thinking about marriage at this age? Because I felt that I need to be very rich. I need to be okay financially. I need to have everything at my disposal before I can start thinking about marriage, start thinking about getting into an intimate relationship that would lead to marriage. I never thought about it that I would start planning for marriage at an early stage. It never crossed my mind. If she never asked the question, I would never have thought about it. And it is something that I had to ponder about. That if I had been told earlier, if it was not that point where that person asked me that question, I would not have thought about it. Right? I would not have thought about it. Now, this kind of consciousness is what parents need to start telling their kids, start helping their kids get aware of. So a couple of weeks ago, I think I posted on my Facebook wall about when is the right time for a girl to get into a relationship, and that's what brought about this series that I'll be talking about for from some week for some weeks from today. This is the first part, and on dating for teenagers. Like, what is it? I think the question I asked them was, I think the question was, what's the right time for a girl to get into a dating relationship? And people had opinions, people had their thoughts, what they think about it, and it was beautiful reading different perspectives. Some felt that there was no big deal getting into a relationship as a teenager. Someone said that she got into her own relationship at the age of 15 and she has no regrets. And some other persons felt that a teenager needs to a person needs to at least be at the age of 18 before getting into a relationship. Some other person think that at the age of 21, and some other persons feel that it's not about the age, it's about being mature enough to get into that kind of thing. Are you matured mentally? Are you mentally stable enough to get into that kind of relationship? It was very beautiful to read. It was very, very beautiful to read. I read and I learned a lot. But one of the major things that I understood from reading every other person's suggestion was that there are so many things that a kid or a child need to know before embarking on a relationship. And I feel that if I was taught then, maybe I would not have stumbled from one relationship to another, doing a try and error. So I am in this relationship with this person, and I just figured out that I don't think I like this thing about this person. I don't think I like this thing about this person. Then I break up with the person. Then I move to the next person. Then I find out that there's something disgusting about this person. Then I move to the next person, and over and over again we start moving from one person to another, and somehow somehow we just keep the circle going, and I think this was around 2019, 2018, 2019 to be precise, maybe 2019, that I figured that many of the problems that many people um, have in their relationship. So I don't really like this person. I don't like the way this person acts. I don't know, this person is uncaring, he's stingy, he gets angry, he is naughty, he's this, he's that, he's not concerned about me. All these things that we figure out about other people that we are in a relationship with, usually they are things that are inside of us, but we just fail to admit them. And it was around that time that I realized that many of the complaints that I had about those people that I was in a relationship with at that time were things that I was I need to fault myself for. And people need to admit, it's when you are trying to shy away from such things, that are trying to claim that you are super perfect, you are flawless, you are without you don't have any mistakes. That's where you start shifting from one relationship to another, because you are trying to find a perfect match, and the truth is there is no perfect match. So today I'll be speaking on a series, dating for teens, and next week is still going to be the same thing. But today is going to be majorly on 5 things to teach your children, 5 things to teach your children before they get into a dating relationship. 5 things to teach your children before they get into a dating relationship. And these 5 things I thought about while that question popped up on my Facebook wall, and people started answering, giving their own perspective to the whole thing. So one of the first thing that I believe that every parent need to teach their kids is, first, they need to expose them to the different form of relationship that are available. There are different form of relationships, and we have the friendship, we have the family kind of relationship, we have an acquaintance. Do you understand? This is a person that we know, but we are not really close to. So those are people that serve as an acquaintance. And of course, in a way, we are still in a form of relationship with that person. Is not the only difference is that the person is not as deep as someone that's someone that's a friend. Then we have the family. We have then you decide that okay, you want to go into dating relationship. Then this dating relationship is so different. Then you transcend going into a courtship. Then that then that too is different. Then you transcend getting married to somebody. Then that too is different. All these things are different form of relationship. And the worst case of it is that in this century, different kind of relationship has start coming up. And we have the gays, we have the lesbian, the bisexual, homosexual, or whatever. Do you understand? Those kind of relationships too are available, and your kids need to be exposed to them, right? I saw a video a couple of days ago where a particular girl was saying that. So, um, every parent are saying that, telling their female child, don't stay with don't stay too close to a boy. Meanwhile, they don't know that when they keep their kids far away from a boy, then the child gets too close to a girl. And because of what is predominant in this century, then the child can automatically be a lesbian because of the closeness, the kind of bond that she tends to have with the female gender and all those kind of things. So it's more like things is worse in the case of getting into a relationship now. So you're trying to chase your female child away from a boy, then you tell her to get closer to a female child of her own kind better, so that when she's ready she can get closer to a boy. But when she gets closer to a girl, she gets attracted to the girl and becomes a lesbian. Then you start looking at her and telling her that where do you learn all this kind of thing from? So kids are exposed to so many dangerous things. We have men marrying men, um, women marrying women, and it seems as if the entire world is excited about it, and it's disgusting. So it is very, very important for every parent to teach their kids. These are the kind of relationship that you will find these days, and know them. This is the one that is good for you. This is the one that is healthy. These are the boundaries of each of this relationship. You cannot say that you're an acquaintance with somebody and you are doing what people that are meant to be in marriage doing. You're doing what people that are meant to be in courtship doing. You're doing what people that are friends doing. Do you understand? For every relationship, there's a boundary. There's something that reviews that, okay, you can't do this. If I'm an acquaintance, there are conversations that I will say with an acquaintance that I cannot say to a friend. Oh, that that I'll say to a friend I cannot say to an acquaintance, because um, for the acquaintance is just on the surface, then for the friend is quite deeper. And the truth is, there are kind of conversations that I have with my family that I will not even say to my friend, because that is even more deeper than just the surface level. So it's important for every parent to help their kids know the different kind of relationship that they'll be exposed to as they grow, and they need to know the difference. Please help them know the difference, because if you don't teach them early enough to know the difference in the kind of relationship that they're going to be seeing, they're going to be experiencing, then it is going to be very, very, very terrible. Please, please, you don't want to get into that situation. You don't want to get into that environment whereby you start regretting why you do not instruct your kids early. So, like I said, the first thing you need to do is to expose your kids to the kind of relationship that they will find or they will discover as they grow up. So you are the first teacher, the first person that would let them know. Don't allow them to wait till they get to social studies class before they know the kind of family, the kind of society that they live in. There are different things, different dangerous things that happen outside, and you should be the first person to instruct them, let them know, expose them early, please, please expose them early so that they don't get exposed to the wrong thing. And the next thing that I have here is to please help your kids learn some major soft skill, right? Help your kids learn some major soft skill. So I was talking about what I discovered in 2018, 2019 about the kind of relationship that I've been into and all those kind of things. So it was then I realized that there's some soft skill that I lacked, right? And I need to pay attention to them. I need to pay attention to them. So, and parents need to start helping their kids. You discover that this person has this kind of temperament. You discover that this person has this kind of attitude. Please help these kids learn this soft skill, whether it's emotional intelligence, whether it's accountability. This person manage his or her emotion? Is this person accountable? So you are in a relationship with somebody and you have been this is what has been placed in your hand. Please, can you be accountable for what has been placed in your hand? Do you understand? Because you are in a relationship with somebody. It's more like a teamwork. So you're working with somebody. So if you remove the whole idea of relationship from the context, it's more like you're in a team. You're in a business environment. You're working together. You have been given a project to work on something with somebody else. How can you work with somebody else if you don't have those kind of soft skill? You don't have those kind of you're not balanced in that kind of area. So please, before your kids even attempt getting into a relationship, make sure that they have some kind of major soft skill that can help them manage a relationship with somebody else. Because if they don't have those soft skills, if they don't have those mental balance, that kind of thing, they would fail in whatsoever relationship they get into, and they will be getting to one relationship to another. And for everyone that is maturely here watching, you realize that for every of your relationship that you've been into, there was just one silly thing that just um, kind of canceled the relationship, that brought the relationship to an end. Then you think about it, if you had done it this way, that relationship wouldn't have ended the way it ended. So, and it's because you lack those things. So it is very, very important as a parent. It's very important as an individual to help your kids learn some major soft skills. So the soft skill that will help this child work hand in hand with somebody else. Because if this kid cannot learn this emotional intelligence, cannot learn the communication skill, how to communicate, and how to listen. So because you are from a different background you're from a different background with the person you're in a relationship with, then you are from a different culture. You guys lived in a different environment. You are brought up by different parents. There are so many things that would irritate you about this other person. Can you manage it? Do you understand? So, and it's the same thing in a workplace or whatsoever environment you find yourself. There are so many things that would irritate you about the person that you are in your workplace with. Can you manage it? There's so many things that will irritate you about your partner, your co-worker. There's so many things that will irritate you about your boss or whatsoever thing. Can you manage it? So it is very, very important for you to learn to know how to work with somebody else just to achieve a desired result. Once you know that your kids can manage his or her emotion well, your kids know how to communicate his or her thoughts, your kids know how to listen attentively, because all these things are soft skill. All these things are things that every individual that wants to be productive needs to know. And it's very important for every kid to know, can your is your kid accountable? Is he or she responsible? Do you understand? Can this person do well when it comes to relationship management? Can is this person good with critical thinking? So many soft skills that this person can learn. So many soft skill. So many soft skill. Can this person think on his or her own without interference with somebody else's thoughts? Can this person think on his or her own? Like a joke one of my friends used to make. He said, I don't want a girlfriend that I will tell, stand up, the person stands up. And he says, sit down, the person sit down. Eat, the person eats. It's like you're getting married to a zombie. And the person cannot say that, okay, I'll be stand up, but why should I stand up? The person cannot question why you just instruct he or she to do whatever thing. So it's very, very important for you to marry somebody with an independent thought, somebody that can think critically, somebody that brings something to the table in terms of critical thinking, um, being responsible, adaptability, and those kind of important soft skills that every individual need. So one other thing also is to, that's the next thing, is for you to help your kids to learn the difference between love and lust. Yeah, they look so much alike, but they are so different and they have different responsibilities. So it's very, very important for you as a parent to teach your kids how to know the difference between falling in love and lusting after somebody. When somebody is in love with somebody, there are certain things that the person will do that reveals that this person is in love. It's not about being erotically connected with the person, with the other person. Is so different from that. Is the fact that the thought, you put the persons first, the person the person will be your major concern. It's not going to seem like it's going to be your major concern. The person is like your own, your life, your project, someone that you're concerned about, someone that you want he or she to progress without feeling jealous, without feeling bad about doing all those things that you do. Can you do that? Do you understand? And when you're lost in about somebody, you're just lost in erotically. You're only um, fantasizing about how the person looks, how the person walks, how the person talks, and all those kind of things. Help your kids know that there's a huge difference between lusting over somebody and loving somebody, and they should know how to manage both. It is okay, please. It's okay to have a crush. It's okay to have a crush. You can crush on anybody if you like. Just keep crushing, keep crushing. But it's okay to have a crush. It's okay to admire somebody. But what's not okay is lusting over the person to the point that you lose yourself. And help your kids, please, as a parent, help your kids understand that there's a huge difference between loving somebody and lusting over somebody. And if they want to get into that relationship, can they do what someone that is in love would be required to do? Can they sacrifice? Can they let go of some things that are important to them, that they see as their life? Can they compromise? Can they can they go beyond their own stretching limits just to make sure that their relationship work? It is very, 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 very important for every parent to speak to their kids, to teach their kids. When your kids tell you that, I think I'm very much interested in getting their relationship now, then be sure that this kid know the difference between what he or she feels. Do you understand? Then if the person is good enough, then you can let the person go. Do you understand? It's not a big deal, trust me. It's not a big deal. As long as the person passed the marks um of being emotionally balanced, being psychologically balanced in terms of having a soft skill that are necessary, as long as the person is what's it called, has been exposed to a different kind of relationship, like I said, as long as the person has been able to understand the difference between love and lust, it is very important for you to really let this person go. Let this person be his or herself, and it becomes interesting that way. Another thing that I'm going to be sharing with you today, another thing I will be sharing with you today is very, very important, and most times is usually relegated, like it's not important. And trust me, I would say that it's the backbone for every other thing, and that's being spiritually conscious. That's being spiritually conscious. And all these things I learned in 2018, 2019, and I've been um, having a better understanding of them also. So help your kids to be spiritually conscious. Do you understand? So yeah, you are practicing a particular religion. Help that kids know that there's a source where they draw their strength from spiritually, and there's a source that they need to. There's a maker, there's a creator. Don't um, don't allow them feel that they they are here on their own and they can get it right without a source where they get those spiritual connection from. So it is very, very important. Help your kids to be spiritually conscious and teach them the way that has worked for you spiritually. Um, Help them build that spiritual balance. Help them know their creator. Help them get connected with the creator so that once they are inside it, when they are getting into a relationship, they can also have a spiritual view of whatever thing they are doing. And it's very, very important. It looks like it's not important, but it is so important, and every parent needs to understand this. Please, please, and please help your kids know this. Please help your kids know this. It's very, very important. Another thing I'll be sharing, which is the final one, is help your kids see you as their coach and mentor. I've always been saying this in different episodes of this Tuesday show, that help your kids see you as their mentor, help your kids see you as their coach. Before they get into a relationship, build this kind of relationship with them that is very, very strong, and they share their relationship or the whole relationship experience with you. And they just met this person and they share it with you. Then you let them let them see what is good about it, what is bad about it, and leave them to make the decision. Do you understand? Let them see what is good about it, let them see what is bad about it, but leave them to make their decision. And it's very, very important. When they see you as a coach, see you as a mentor, they have a challenge wherever, in whatever relationship they are, and they just don't know how to go about it. This doesn't mean that they don't have an independent thought. It does not mean that they cannot think critically by themselves. It just means that they need somebody to come in, someone with more experience than they do, to come in and share his or her thought on whatever thing that they are going through. So it's very, very important to please help your kids um, see you as their mentor, see you as a coach, and it's nothing is more beautiful than that. And my experience was like that with my father, and I have a challenge. I asked him about it, and he has a solution, like prompt solution, something he will never tell me what to do. He will just tell me, this is what he feels, this is what he knows to be the repercussion. This is this. Then he leaves me with a choice. Then I sit down, then I reflect on whatever thing he has given me, then I work on it. So help your kids know, please help your kids know um, that they can see you as a coach, they can see you as a mentor. Let them know that they can always ask you questions when they are confused. Do you understand? So if a child wants to get into a relationship and he or she comes to meet you, I think I'm interested in this person and I want to get into a relationship with the person, and you're like, okay, are you ready to commit with this person? Do you think this is the person that you want to get married to? Um, do you think you can wait for these years till you get married to this person? Are you ready to forsake your school to get into a relationship with this person? Just give the person instances for the person to be able to sit down, reflect on your questions, and know that, okay, I think I'm not ready now. Let me just chill. Let me just wait till this particular time. So it's very, very important to build that kind of rapport with your kids. Let your child know, please let your child know that it is very, 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 very important to see you see you as a mother, see you as a father, as a mentor and coach. See you as a mentor and coach. See you as a mentor and coach. Nothing is as important as that. Nothing is as important as that. So I'll go through everything that I've listed here today, and so that we can more like a recap. I've always done this before, so in the previous episodes, so I would do that again. So the first thing I said this morning is to expose your kids to the kind of relationship that is everywhere now. Do you understand? Let them know that there are messed up relationships. There are things that are not good, but they're coming up. So there's this whole homosexual, bisexual, whatever that is everywhere. And help your kids know that there's a boundary to everything. There should be this kind of limitation. Help them become conscious on time. Do you understand? I don't support that, right? I don't support that, and I don't see sense in that. I've always known that is just a man and a woman together to make a couple. So that's the only thing I believe, and I believe that's what is right. So help your kids know that this is what is right. It's a man and a woman. They should know the different kind of relationship that is there, because the era that we are now, so many messed up relationships are coming up, and people are getting married to nonsense, getting married to animal, getting married to thing, material things, and it seems silly, but that is what is everywhere. To help your kids know that there's a family relationship, there's a kind of dating relationship, there's a courting relationship, there's a marriage, right? Don't let them wait till they are doing their social studies before they get to know those kind of things. So the next thing I said was to help your assist your child in learning some soft skill, help them learn some soft skill. Of course, I'm still a work in progress myself. I'm not perfect. That's why I usually say I'm interested in becoming a better person, while I'm interested in seeing you become a better person while I work on me too, because I believe that I'm still a work in progress and I'm working on myself. And it is very, very important for you to help your kids also become that way, that they learn every day, that they improve every day, and they become better every day. So some of the soft skills that I listed was emotional intelligence, accountability, leadership skill. Help your kids have this leadership skill, that they can decide on which is right. They can think for themselves without waiting for somebody to think for them. Help your kids have this skill in effective communication. How can they communicate? Once upon a time, I was not like this. I I cannot even compose my thoughts and share the way I'm sharing now. So it is something that somebody can learn. It's something that anybody can learn. And as a matter of fact, for the fact that I can do it today means that anybody, as long as you're interested in doing it, you can do it also. So help your kids learn all those kind of things, effective communication, relationship management. How can you manage a relationship? Not just because about the old boyfriend or girlfriend thing. How can you manage a relationship with other people that you are in the same environment with? How can you manage a relationship with your brother, with your sister, that you're not hating the person, with your parents, with your co-worker, with your classmate? How can you manage this kind of relationship if that child is here to manage relationship that is not even on a deeper level, like a dating or a courting or marriage? Then that person is not ready. Please don't allow that child to get into such. So the next thing I did was to um, explain why it is important for every parent to help their kids know the difference between lusting over somebody and loving. Lusting over somebody and loving. Loving is different. Loving comes with so many risks, so many um, work to be done. And lust is just appreciating the beauty, appreciating the whole look and what you admire about somebody. Then you should help your kids know the difference between them. So the next thing I said, which I feel and I still feel is the most important, is helping your kids um, become spiritually balanced. So helping your kids become spiritually balanced. How can they be balanced? How can they what is it called? What is the word? Be spiritually balanced in terms of knowing their creator, knowing that they can't do anything on their own. Um, like the scripture says, right? A man can receive nothing except it be given unto him from heaven. So it's very important for you to help your kids know that there's a source, there's somewhere that beautiful thing, that amazing idea is coming from, that strength is coming from, that inner strength that they feel that they have on their own is coming from. And it is very, very important for every parent to help their kids understand this. So finally, help your kids see you as a coach, help your kids see you as a mentor, help your kids see you as a coach, help your kids see you as a mentor. I've said it before and I'm saying it again. Help your kids see you as a coach, help your kids see you as a mentor, build a very strong relationship with them. And trust me, once you do these five things, you would be so sure whether or not your kids are ready to get into a dating relationship, whether it's okay for them to get into a dating relationship. And trust me, I personally did not see anything bad in a teenager getting into a relationship, and it does not mean that it is what they need at that particular time. It just means that if they can if they can manage all these things, their relationship that starts from the age of 16 and ends into marriage, they are rare, but it happens. Do you understand? They are rare, but it happens. And and it is very, very important for you to help your kids know how to do all these things well. Um, Thank you very much for staying with me to this time. Lamdi Olakunle, thank you very much for always engaging, always commenting, always reacting. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. And thank you. Like I always say, I'm interested in seeing you become a better person while I work on me too. And if you would like to watch the other episodes that I've been um, posting or I've been doing before now, is on my YouTube channel, Joseph Adeleke. Everything's Coach. That's what the handle for the YouTube channel. And go through everything that I've done before now and like, share, comment, subscribe, on your notification bell, and for every other post I'll be making there. I'll really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for staying to this time. Thank you very much. And like I always say, I'm interested in seeing you become a better person while I work on me too. I'm interested in seeing you become a better person while I work on me too. That I come your way next week again. Bye. Have a wonderful day. Bye.